Welcome back to this week's episode of Inside the Pride. I'm your host, Missy Kubik. Coming off an overtime win over Endicott last weekend, the Springfield College men's lacrosse team is gearing up for its annual showdown with crosstown rival Western New England on Saturday. We visited with senior Tony LaGuerre and junior Brendan Dooley to discuss the Pride's focus heading into the weekend.
I mean, after Endicott, which is obviously a big win for us, and especially the way the beginning of the season went, it's been a big momentum swing for us, and especially heading into a big game like Winnick, which is always a tough battle every year.
So that game against Endicott really showed to ourselves that we could contend with those that tier of teams, and our schedule doesn't get any easier.
I think coming off of a game like Endicott, which is also a big rivalry for us, I think that it'll give us a lot of momentum moving into Saturday, which will hopefully just keep us on the right path.
Playing Western England is always huge. It's obviously a game that I think both teams circle on their calendar. There's a connection with our coaches. You know, a couple of Springfield alumni have gone on there and done well there. So I think that it means a lot to our coaching staff. And when you see it means a lot to our coaching staff, it trickles down and it means a lot to us. A lot of guys we know we're between here and there for schools, recruiting-wise. So you see a lot of familiar faces year in, year out. And again, it's another top-level team that's right in our backyard.
Playing some of the top teams is definitely something that brought me to this school. I mean, I wouldn't really want to go to a school where you're not playing the best competition that you can.
We take a lot of pride in it for our program and our alumni that we continuously have this schedule. I think that going off of our conference play, we need to have teams like this on our schedule to prepare for the tournament, you know, because at the bottom line, we've done really well in our conference, but we also would like to contend at a national championship level.
Throughout the past 2 years of having some playing time, I've just learned a lot from the people that have graduated in front of me, and I've just kind of watched a close eye on them and just kind of picked up on how they acted as leaders, and I think that this year I finally grown into be a big leader that is helping our team, especially at this point in the season.
Our conference is getting better every single year. The game's just growing that way, and I think it's just holding ourselves accountable, knowing that we need to continue to work and not look past any team, give those teams the same respect, the ones in our conference, as these top 20 teams that we continue to play. So I think it's a little bit of work for ourselves. We gotta look inside ourselves a little bit, but I think if we maintain that focus and that little bit of that hunger for bigger things, I think that'll help us.
My favorite thing about being a part of the men's lacrosse team is definitely the tradition, the family that we have, and I think calling ourselves a family really pushes us to work harder for each other, work harder for the teams and coaches, and push us to achieve our goals in the end.
When I came here as a freshman, I had a lot of great leaders above me, not just seniors, but juniors, and guys who had been on successful teams in the past. And I think I did a good job, and guys around me did a great job as well of buying into what's here. It's a culture, you know, and culture doesn't really graduate. So I think that me being able to focus on playing for the guys that played before me and the guys who will play after me has kind of helped me kind of fuel that and kind of try and pull that out of other guys. He means an unbelievable amount to this program. His record speaks for itself, but it's more so the kind of guys he brings in every year. I mean, he has an army of guys that are willing to coach for him or come back. If we had alumni showing up who graduated years ago to talk to us about what our coach, the vision our coach had for us, and kind of the culture that he instilled. And I think that kind of is a testament to the type of guy he is and what he's done here over the past 30 or so years. So it's a special thing. We don't take for granted at all, playing from every day. And it's something that motivates us to, like I said, kind of go above and beyond.
There will be plenty of action on campus this weekend, highlighted by the USAG Men's Gymnastics Collegiate Championships taking place in Blake Arena. Be sure to visit SpringfieldCollegePride.com to keep up with all the action. Thanks for watching. I'm Missy Kubik. Boop, boop, boop.